Hi, this is Emily Bowen-Moore, and this is for Journalism 273 in the Meek School of Journalism and New Media at the University of Mississippi. This is a tutorial that is based around packaging a file or a document that you have produced in InDesign. And the reason we want to package is when we open up, if someone else opens up your document on another computer at another place, they want to be able to see your fonts or typefaces, any links that you have used if you've imported images or placed images or graphics or anything. By packaging your work, you provide all of those components that you used in your document so someone else can have access to them, mainly printers. Some people may not have the typefaces that you used in your document on their computer. So it's important that you provide these things so that they are visible. Now before you package, you want to make sure in your document here, at the bottom you can check for errors. This is your pre-flight window, and when you double click on it you can pull it up. Now in this case we have no errors. I used this typeface here, which is basically Century Gothic. It is not a typeface that's in Typekit. It's just in your normal database. But it will be included in my font folder when I package this. I did not include any links or images that I placed, so I probably may not have a links folder since I did not do that. So you'll check your packaged folder after you have packaged. Now the packaging command in InDesign is very simple. It just leads you through some steps. But to package, it is an actual command, and you will go to the very top menu on your screen, File, and you will go down to Package. It's almost at the bottom down here. And since you're printing, you can always define those presets. We'll be able to do that here on one of these screens. So we'll click Package. Here, it's saying I have nothing missing. I have no errors. It has picked up, the color of ink, which I used was black. I have no links or images. My fonts, it's picking up the Century Gothic bold that I used. None of these things you need to change. It's just giving you a summary of what is in the package here, the entire publication. So we're not going to do anything but click Package. Now your next screen is printing instructions, which we're not sending this to press, so we don't have to print out or fill out these cells here. But under file name, we want to make sure that your file names are consistent. And I want to make sure, in this case, I put more underscore expressive type MP1, which is perfectly fine. I did example because this was my demo example. So I'm going to keep that the same actually. So I'm going to click continue. This screen is asking me where it wants to put my folder once it's packaged, and so I'm going to put that to the desktop so it's easy to find and easily maneuverable. And I'm going to also make sure that I've got including my IDML version and my PDF version. And you can select the print quality of this. I just keep it at high quality here. We're going to click package. Now this last this last screen that pops up is just warning you if you used any typefaces or anything that relates to font licensure agreement. Make sure you're not infringing on that for commercial purposes. So we're going to click OK. You'll see a little bar where it's packaged it. And I'm going to go to my desktop here. Here is my packaged folder, and it's got my document fonts. If I open that, it's got my Century Gothic, and these other fonts are the Helvetica Neue. It's kind of a default in case something is missing. It has something as a backup, and it automatically does that. The second thing I have is a text file, and it will include that automatically as well, which includes all of my list, my print settings, all of those coded things. And then I've got my IDML version, I've got my InDesign version, and then I've got my PDF. Okay, so all of these things are included in my packaged folder now. And your PDF, you can always check this and make sure that everything is how you want it before you print it out. And we want to compress this before we submit it digitally to Box. So I'm going to select this folder, and you can right click or you can click the control button if you're using a Mac. And then just go down a few options here and go to compress. And it automatically pulls up a zip file. So this is what you will upload to Box. And under your expressive type, you can either upload it as a file, or I can just click and drag this into Box, or into the submission folder actually. And that is really the few steps that it takes to package your work. And anytime we use InDesign, this will be required. So it's good to go through this process and get an understanding and practice at this, so you can do this with ease and no worries. All right, thank you for listening and good luck.